Cardinals are back home this week against the division rival Los Angeles Rams. Alongside offensive lineman Paris Johnson Jr., I'm Dani Sureck. This is Sideline Exchange. Paris, for the first time since high school, you are playing the same position back-to-back years. How has that continuity streamlined your improvement second year as a left tackle?
Yeah, I think that's huge. To be able to stay in the same place for 2 years in a row is awesome. I think it's able to serve me well this season.
You've talked up front about needing better protection from the offensive line, cleaner pocket for longer, better run gaps. How does this offensive line improve those? What are you focusing on in practice this week?
I feel like right now we're trying to focus on trying to bring that energy to it. I think we have the guys, we have the coaching staff to get it done. Now it's time on the field to bring that intensity in practice. That way, during the game, it's able to translate it should be automatic, just seamless, without having to think about it,
Every week in practice, you're going up against 18-year veteran Calais Campbell, game wrecker, and outside linebacker Josh Sweat. How have those two specifically improved your play on Sundays?
Yes, being able to go against those guys all year, I feel you're going against some of the best players, especially guys like Calais Campbell on the inside and outside, and Sweat being able to do his thing has had an awesome year so far. Having those guys here and have that work that you can get in-house, I think is super special as a lineman, and I feel like you love having that talent in the building to work your craft against.
You're huge on making an impact to the community through the Pat Tillman Foundation, through your personal foundation as well, which includes recognizing a high school offensive lineman in your home state of Ohio. What does that award entail, and how are you going about making a decision on a winner?
So the award that we have going on right now for Ohio offensive linemen with my foundation, it's all about, we want to find an offensive lineman who not only they play on the field, with the way they play on the field is tough. They fight and they're finishing guys down the field, into the ground. I think that's huge. But the other two things that carry equal weight is how are they in the classroom, how are the grades, how the teachers feel about them, how the classmates feel about them. Are they, not necessarily a popular person, but if you're going to speak about them in a room they're not in, how people want to speak on their character, that's huge. And then we also want to see, are they active in the community, or are they making progress to take part in being part of the community, even for small ways. It's not everything is just about financials, about what you're giving out, but it could just be your time. So trying to make sure that we honor people that have all three of those qualities are shown.
Why is that important to you to honor high school students that aren't just performing on the field, but are also making an impact off of it?
I feel like it's important because offensive linemen don't get that kind of same, you don't get the same awards, you don't get the same conversation on a national level, or even, in Ohio, at least when you're the best up front. In the trenches, it's not really talked about, but again, I feel like it's important, to pass the game along, not only on the field, but off the field in the community, in the classroom, to these guys who are going to take their talents to the next level, college, to make sure that they need to understand that how you are on campus is important around your classmates, how you are with your teachers still, even though that you're a big-time college athlete. Regardless what level you're playing at, it's how you're going to be seen on campus. Just make sure that you're an awesome guy in those rooms, but also even more in the communities, wherever they move to, whether they stay in the local area, they go abroad, anywhere in the country, that they continue to make an impact on whatever community that they will then choose to live there for the next 3 to 5 years.
You're a great example of all those traits on and off the field at Paris. Getting ready to face a nasty Rams defensive front, generating a lot of pressure. How does this offensive line win in the trenches against them?
I feel like the Rams have a lot of talent, but I feel like the Cardinals have just as much talent. And I feel like the guys here, we practice the same way that they practice, we play the same way that they play. So we're gonna put the ball down and just go to work. It's just mentality, you know what I mean?
Now that we're in December, getting into the holiday season, what is the top of your wish list for the offensive lineman gifts that you give each other?
The minimum for gifts is $1,000. So I'm not sure what is gonna be given, but I'm sure that, there's gonna be 1 or 2 gifts that probably are way above that range that I'm sure everyone's gonna be trying to fight for to get. They're like the white elephant exchange. I don't even know what I'm gonna bring yet.
Are you a good gift giver?
I'm pretty good. If I'm giving a gift to my fiance, I'm a really nice gift giver. But for the O-line gift, I'll go to Fashion Square, probably a couple of days before, and I'll be okay. This is what I got to work with. let's get something.
Seems like your priorities are pretty straight.
Yeah. You know, it's the one time a year I'm giving a gift away.
Well, as a receiver, the gift Cardinals fans could give you, Paris, is a Pro Bowl vote. You are one of the leading offensive linemen there, so Cardinals fans, you can go to Twitter and you can tweet using hashtag Pro Bowl vote, or you can go to the team website as well as NFL.com to get Paris here to the Pro Bowl in February. Cardinals taking off the Rams Sunday. It's a 2:25 kickoff from State Farm Stadium. That's Paris Johnson Jr., possible Pro Bowl offensive lineman. I'm Dani Sureck. Thanks so much for tuning in to Sideline Exchange.